Hey there, it's Dave Donoghue here from the School of Guitar. Today I was working with a student on what's on this board, and before we get into it, I just want to share that this video, it's recorded on the fly, but it's something really cool that happened in a lesson today. And if you are a guitar player who started out singing and playing and just can't seem to get progress fast enough, get your singing and strumming to work together, to feel like you could actually play a bit of a song for somebody, I think you're going to enjoy what I'm going to share today. So, in today's lesson, we're working on Wagon Wheel. And my student, it was their first song that they're learning to sing and play. And so we began. We had G, D, E minor, and C as the chords. And what happened was, they got to the end of the measure. So we did, I'll put this down here a sec. They did, rock me mom. I'm going to speed this up. Wagon wheel, rock me mom anyway if you. We got to here. Hey, mama, rock me. Right? Do you see where I'm going? And I asked them, like, how did it go? And they said, it went okay. And what happened was, I asked, what's the one thing holding all this up? And they looked and they're like, it's the D to C at the end. And I was like, exactly. Now, if you've been playing any length of time, you know as well that you can be really good at spotting which chord change of yours are slow. Most players that I work with they're really good at saying things like, the C chord here is slow. My D chord, the F chord. Like, they can spot the chord. But even with that awareness, players still don't make fast enough progress to feel motivated and to feel confident to move forward on guitar. So with the student today, I asked them, practice it there in front of me. And I stood back and I said, imagine you're at home, just practice it now. Practice what we're doing. And they did exactly what many players do. They went from the beginning down to the end. Now, the trick with this is, I'm going to share this on the board. We'll hop over here. The trusted whiteboard. So I did one of my art sketches for them. And I said, there's 4 lines in the song. We'd say, rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel, rock me, I'm in feel. Hey, D, mama, rock me. L1 for line 1, all the way through to line 4. And I said, if this player, and I said, let's just say this is a version of ourselves. If this version of yourself, player 1, P1, practices from line 1 all the way to line 4, and I timed them doing it. It took them 34 seconds to play all of that bit at their current level. And I asked them, what was the biggest problem we had, or the biggest challenge? And they said, the D to C change. And I said, exactly. How many times did you actually practice it there? And they said, I practiced it once. And I was like, exactly. So you spent 34 seconds, but we only did the thing once that we needed to do the most. So then I wrote P2 on the board for player 2. And I was like, this is like the prioritization version of yourself. Line 1 through to line 4. And I said, what if you invested that 34 seconds into just playing 1 D and 1 C, back and over in what I call the chord change drill? Because I said, if that chord change is the one thing holding up the whole show, why not spend all our time on it? And so I set a timer for 34 seconds and I watched them. They managed to do the chord change 6 times in 34 seconds. Now, do you see where I'm going with this? If these two players are side by side and they're both given 34 seconds, this player would go from start to finish, have sore fingers because they're playing a ton of stuff that they don't need to play, and they'd only do the chord change once. This player would be 6 changes in 34 seconds, effectively outworking this one by 6x, doing 6 times the work. Now, you might be looking at that going, yeah, but like, Dave, that looks like a ton of maths. Like, come on, we're guitar players. We need to like play music, and it's about singing and playing, and I totally agree. But the issue with that is, if you approach learning guitar as purely art and creativity and like fun and flow, and like, I'm just going to feel this and I'm going to play it until I get my chord change, it's good to dip into the science of it as well, the mathematical side, the analytical side, the logical side, it's number crunch time, prioritization, ruthless prioritization. The players who move forward the fastest on guitar are the ones who are the most ruthless with their prioritization. I've taught players who have only had 15 minutes a day, and they've outworked players who have 2 hours a day. It's down to what happens within the minutes. Now, the last thing with this was, looking at it, so I said, imagine you had 10 minutes to practice. This person here did about, if we do one chord change roughly every half a minute, that means in the space of 10 minutes, we'll get 20 chord changes in. Whereas here, this player, they'd actually get 120 chord changes if they only did a chord change drill for 10 minutes. And one last thing, like, as you can see, obviously, guitar would be zero fun if all you did was chord changes. But if it's the one thing holding back your playing, it's worth doing way more of it than you currently are. So, to wrap today's video, when it comes to songs, whatever song you're working on, if there's a chord change holding it up, and if you're at the level of guitar, the stage of guitar that you're learning to play your first song with like a single strum and singing something, it is so worth working on the chord change on its own and then singing and getting to it, rather than just going from start to finish and spending a half a minute playing a ton of stuff that you didn't need to work on. Because those half minutes turn into minutes, which turn into hours, which turn into days and weeks and months. And a lot of players are still stuck, and they're still left there wondering, how come I'm not moving forward fast enough? Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you want to check out, I have a full in-depth masterclass, free masterclass on how to sing and play guitar. Grab a cup of coffee, grab a water, whatever, and sit in with it. You'll find the link below. If you want to work together, I have private programs. You'll also find those in the description below. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.